I can't do this with you anymore. I'm done with you. Let's get separated, Mary. Goodbye.
Okay, cool. Let's do it, Steve.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What the hell is that about? Is that easy for you? Shouldn't you I don't know, be a little troubled or something? How are you able to be so calm about all of this? You should be more shaken up or something.
That's weird. You don't like it when I'm okay with you divorcing me? I don't understand why. You're the one that asked me for a divorce, right? You should be glad that I'm accepting of your decision. By the way, I want to know, what's the reason you want to divorce me?
I got tired of your lazy and brutish behavior around the house. I'm done dealing with that kind of attitude. I frankly don't even look at you like you're a woman anymore. You're just a troll. Get the hell out of my house!
Get out of your house? You've got to be smoking something, right?
Oh wait, you thought I was joking? Oh, that makes way more sense now. No, I'm dead serious, Mary. I'm gonna get a divorce from you, do you understand?
Seriously, Steve? How stupid do you think I am? You really need to stop being so full of yourself. If you want to get a divorce, I will absolutely go forward with a divorce. Honestly, I really felt like this marriage was dead in the water anyway. You and I were just really not getting along anymore. There's no more spark. But I just wanted to hear your reason once, you know? I figured that there would be more to it than just, there's no more love anymore.
You know how you've really become a fat whale recently?
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you compare yourself now to yourself a few years ago, you're like a baby elephant with how fat you are now. And you stop doing any of the chores around the house, you just do nothing. You're literally doing nothing as a housewife now. You serve no purpose around me, you know what I mean? And somehow you sit here pretending like you're all that. You really have a lot of attitude, huh? How about you act more like a lady and start making your husband look better for you, huh? Make his life a little easier.
Hey, I have a better idea. How about I pick apart your argument piece by piece, huh?
What are you talking about, piece by piece?
The only reason that I gained weight was because of my treatment from being sick last year. It's literally a side effect of my steroids. I know I'm fatter, and I don't like the way I look either, but I'm slowly starting to gain my old body back, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll be back to my old self in no time. The doctors also already told me that I should be back to my regular weight within the year. They're not too worried about it either, so I really shouldn't be worried about it either.
I don't know about that. We'll see. I'm pretty sure you're just making up excuses for getting fatter anyway. You probably got fatter because of your own lifestyle, right?
Dude, don't get started with me. You're pretty round around the edges yourself.
Hey, you can't say that to me. I'm a man. It can't be helped.
Okay, so it's alright if you lose weight and become fat, but I'm not allowed to gain weight because of side effects from life-saving treatment? I'm really okay with whatever at this point. Everything you say has no effect on me at all. Also, you were talking to me about how the chores around the house were starting to get sloppy. That would be because you quit your job, Steve. And after you quit your job, everything started going to shit. Because I had to start working a full-time job to make sure that our house was able to survive. I wasn't at home nearly as long as I used to be when, you know, I had a functioning husband.
You're gonna blame it on my work? How dare you? I actually work full-time right now, too. You can't use that against me.
I'm working my 9-to-5 job too, and I'm actually making more money than you right now. But you don't seem to really be doing any of the chores at all, and I'm still having to pick up all the slack. You seem to be cutting back on the time that you come home on your own, too. No one said you don't come home to help out. I feel like, realistically, you just haven't realized that I'm having to do all of that for you.
Stop being such a smartass. Oh my god. You're so annoying. That whole attitude is so damn annoying. Ugh.
Ugh, so annoying. That's literally all you say as soon as someone shoves something in your face that proves you're in the wrong. You're such a child. I was honestly considering getting a divorce with you two. I know, surprise, surprise, right? But you're sitting here telling me that the whole reason we're going to be getting a divorce isn't because of yourself or your attitude, but it's my fault, correct? You don't want to take any responsibility in the fact that this marriage failed. That's how I'm interpreting everything. Tell me I'm wrong.
Of course, that's exactly what I'm saying. I literally have done nothing bad for us. You're the only reason that we are having to go through this, not me, you!
Ah, okay, sure. I see. I actually have some plans of my own then, just so you know. I'm going to have to get everything ready for the divorce if you don't mind. I'm totally okay with us getting a divorce, but I need to get prepared and whatnot, so... You actually might want to start getting prepared too. I'm sure it's not going to be as easy and simple as you think.
What are you talking about getting prepared? Whatever, I guess out of the kindness of my heart, I'll wait for you. If that's all it takes for me to be able to get a divorce with you, I'm okay with waiting around for you to get ready. But you have to promise me to get the hell out of the house ASAP, okay?
I told you, you must be crazy if you think that I'm going to be leaving this house.
Stop being a nuisance, oh my god! I'm not gonna change my mind. I don't have time to be dealing with you, Mary. Such a busy man, don't you understand? I want to move on with my life and go to the next girl. Do you understand? You're just getting in my way. Okay, I'm not gonna be going home today. Bye.
Yeah, I don't really care what you're going to do. You really don't have to come home ever. Not just today. Goodbye.
Hey, the divorce papers have already been submitted and accepted, right?
Yeah, they have been. Congratulations! We're successfully strangers now. You must be so happy. Good luck with the rest of your life, buddy. I wish you the worst.
You better stop messing with me, Mary.
What? What the hell are you gonna gripe about now?
Let me guess, you're still just sitting in my home and planning on living there, right? Why are you staying at my house when we've literally divorced each other? How the hell do you expect me to get home? It's awkward.
It seems like you're coming home while I'm away anyway, right? That's what it looks like anyway. And honestly, I'm kind of getting tired of this whole shtick where you're saying that you don't want me to be here.
You literally took the words from my mouth. Why do I, the owner of the house, have to put up with some stranger being in my house? I should be able to go home whenever I want.
Wait, house owner?
We've gotten a divorce already, Mary. You need to hurry up and get the hell out of my house. I'm going to be living my new life at that house. That house is where I want to start my next chapter. If you're sitting there, reminding me of all the old and bad news, then my life won't start. Don't you get it?
You mean you want to live here with your mistress, right? That's what that actually means.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Dude, I figured it out. Stop pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about. It's useless and frankly insulting. The real reason you want the divorce is because you were having an affair, right? That's why you want me to leave the house ASAP. It's not because you want to start the next chapter of your life. You want to hurry up and bring in your mistress to disappoint her in our bed. That's what you're saying, right?
I mean, if you've already figured that out, then yeah, I guess there's no point in hiding any of it. We've already gotten a divorce, so I guess it doesn't matter anymore anyway. Yeah, you're right. I have someone I want to get married with already. A very special woman, in fact. You're just a nuisance, someone that gets in the way. I want you to get the hell out of my house, but you're just living there. As if it's your birthright or something. It's really starting to bother me and I can't stand it. Get the hell out! You should really start praying for our happiness, huh? How about that?
You know, I've been wanting to ask you this, but are you sure you're not making a mistake about something, Steve?
What? Making a mistake about what? I don't get it. You really are the one making the mistake right now, Mary. You must think that you are some kind of insane high-value wife that everyone will be drooling over. You're actually just some useless wife that has no worth when you're married. How about looking in the mirror first and having that conversation with yourself?
Before you start being rude and making regretful comments, you should probably calm down first. I feel like you think that you own the house, Steve. Is that what's going on?
Stop saying things that don't make any sense, Mary. I've been telling you to get the hell out already. I'm gonna call the police on you.
The police? Why would you call the police?
I don't know if you got some kind of feelings left from me that you're still dragging on or what, but you were dumped by me, don't you understand? Why are you still at my house? Get out! If you don't want me to call the police on you for trespassing, get the hell out right now.
You realize that this house was built by my father, right?
Wait, what?
You know, I always knew you were an idiot, but I actually didn't think you were this stupid. How far are you going to take this misunderstanding before you snap out of your delusions? This house was built by my father, who was an architect. It has nothing to do with you. And just to be crystal clear with you, this house is absolutely in my name, and you haven't paid a single penny for any of the expenses, have you? The only person who should be leaving in this situation should logically be your dumbass.
Wait, what? Hang on, what are you talking about? It's my house, right? I'm the husband, therefore it should be my house.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with anything. Besides, you were my husband, right? We're strangers now. You were the one that suddenly suggested getting a divorce out of the blue, and yet here you are, coming back to my house that my father built specifically for me to live in. Are you starting to get the picture? You really are some kind of stupid. And then you were trying to chase me out of my own home. Are you being serious right now? Your misunderstanding is actually kind of pissing me off, too. You're the one who's going to be thrown out of the house, you understand? Pack your shit and get the hell out of here before I start throwing your crap out for you.
Wait, hang on just a second, Mary. I need to calm down and understand what's going on right now. That house isn't mine? I thought since I was a husband, I would take the house in the divorce.
I've been telling you time and time again that my father built the house for me, and so it has nothing to do with you. It's my house. You have no rights or any other kind of power over the ownership of this house. Zip, zilch, nada. My father, the architect, built this house for his work as a demo house for his work. And when he was going to retire, he just gave the title over to me. Because, you know, I was his daughter and he practically built it for me to live in the future. And yet you're sitting here, divorced from me, saying that you think you have a right to live in this house? What the hell could you have been drinking, Steve? Why would it ever be in your name? I don't see how that could ever be the case.
I mean, that's true. I remember now, your father did build that house, didn't he? But I lived in that house too. For the longest time, we both lived in that house together. That means that the house at least partially belongs to me as well, right?
Why the hell would it be in your name at all? The title is in my name. I have been making payments on all the taxes that are required when you're a homeowner. To make things worse for you, I've been paying for the utilities too. You remember when you were unemployed for the longest time? I'm sure you were just living life in your pleasant little dumb brain without thinking about who's paying for what. You probably spent all of that money that you've earned and should have been spending on your wife and your home on your mistress to go have fun with her, right? I'm not sure who's the worst person in this whole thing. You had the gall to call me a bad wife? Gross.
Wait, seriously, you're not lying? I always thought that it was all being taken out of my paycheck. Oops.
If we took off all those fees, including taxes, out from your paycheck, you'd basically be left with a little over $10. And that's on a good month. Most months we're probably looking at being in the negatives. That's why I was paying for everything. All the while I was fighting my disease in hospital and taking my medications too. I'm okay now, so it doesn't really matter anymore, but the fact that you were never there for me and only running around playing silly little games with your stupid mistress, yeah, That was enough for me to never forgive anything and make sure that I would be getting a divorce from you, so...
Really? I don't know about any of that. I was pretty surprised about the house thing, I'm not gonna lie. But you're gonna be okay with me living there, right?
What? Are you serious right now? You're going to ask me to live with you after all this? That's not gonna happen.
Well, we're gonna split our property, right? I know that it's not like you just take everything. I lived with you for the longest time too, you know? You can't just chase me out of the house without any kind of trouble like that. It can't be that simple.
You didn't know anything about the house, and yet you want me to split some of the wealth, huh? Wow. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Steve, but I'm not going to share anything with you.
What? Why the hell not?
If anything, I'm going to be suing you for your money.
Suing me? What are you gonna sue me for, Mary?
I'm going to be suing you for the emotional damage incurred by your affair.
Wait, hang on, you can't do that. That's not possible. You've already got a divorce. Stop being so weird about all this.
I don't know what's so weird about any of this, Steve. I'm pretty sure I'm being fairly reasonable in all of this. The only reason that I wanted you to wait a little bit before we filed for divorce was because of that. I needed to talk to a lawyer to get everything settled while I collected evidence from you.
Evidence? You mean evidence about the affair? That's what you were doing while I gave you time?
Yeah, and thanks to you, I've completely finished getting everything ready for the court case. I'm going to have you pay for damages for the affair. There's no changing that at all. And I'm going to be sending all of the proof and content of the investigation to your company along with your parents. You're done, Steve. Do you understand what all of this means? Before you start talking about whose house is whose and how you want me to share my wealth, you need to get the hell out of my sight.
I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting you to be so harsh on me like that. Do you not have any kind of remorse or pity? You should take mercy on me, damn it! We've been married for 5 long years, Mary. You can't just cut me off like that.
Mia, I don't really care how long we've been married for. There is no mercy. There is no pity here. And you know what else? There is no love here either. I only see you as a failure of a human, someone I shouldn't have wasted 5 years of my life on. I want you to disappear completely from my life. How about you leave my house before I call the police on your ass?
That's literally what I just said to you a second ago.
Yeah, how did it take you this long for you to figure out that you're being completely illogical when you said you'd call the police on me? The only way that you're able to leave the house is after I'm sitting here practically evicting you from the home that you lived in for 5 years. What a loser. Seriously, I pity you.
How could you be so rude to me like that, Mary? You must be looking down on me like I'm some kind of idiot.
I hope that your mistress continues to love you even while you're sitting here with no home and a job that earns less than a high school paperboy. She's gotta stay in love with you with all that baggage and someone who's almost in his late 30s. I'm not sure how anyone could possibly stay attracted to a man like that, to be honest with you.
You don't have to be so harsh on me, Jesus! Just so we're clear, I can't just leave the house right now. It's just not possible. I gave you time to get prepared, didn't I? I need time to get prepared too. It's not fair if you just spring this on me.
I gave you the exact same amount of time to get prepared, didn't I? I literally warned you and said that you need to get prepared when I said I would need some time. I was honestly confused and wondering when you were going to pack up your stuff and get the hell out of my house.
I didn't know that I was supposed to leave the house at all. I thought I would be living there with my mistress after the divorce. I have no intentions of ever leaving that house, just so we're clear. I've been living there for all this time, do you hear me?
If you don't quit your whining and actually start packing your shit, I'm seriously going to call the police on you. You're the one that destroyed our house and family. It was all you. This is just karma coming to say hello. How about you give up already, Steve? Try to restart your stupid life with your own 2 feet, huh? And stop relying on your sick wife that you just want to call fat. It's my house. You need to come to terms with the fact and move out real soon, okay?
Come on, Mary, please. I was wrong about all of this, I swear.
What the hell? I really didn't expect you to ever apologize. What's going on?
If I don't have a home to live in, I'm seriously gonna be in big trouble. I don't have enough money saved up to move into a new home either. I need some time. What the hell do you want me to do, Mary? Are you gonna help me?
How about you just move into your mistress's house, huh? She lives with her parents, so I can't just say, hello, I cheated on my wife to have an affair with your daughter, but I was kicked out of my own home.
Come on, we've been married for so long, Mary. You can at least help me out, right? It's the last time.
You were trying to scare me into leaving a second ago. What's the difference between what you did and what I'm doing now?
That was all just a huge mistake, Mary. Do you understand?
I mean, your mistress doesn't live with her parents for sure, though. I know that much. Why don't you ask her for help there?
Wait, what?
I don't know what she was telling you at all, but I'm gonna give you a nice little piece of information. Just from what I know, she definitely doesn't live with her parents. It does seem like she's living with someone and doesn't live alone, but it's not her parents.
Are you telling me that she was lying then? That this whole time she wasn't telling me the truth?
Yeah, this is where I stop helping you. You go ahead and work out whatever is going on there with your stupid side hoe, okay? I'm gonna change out the locks on this house real soon, so I'll leave your stuff outside of the house so you're able to pick it up. If you don't pick it up by tomorrow, I'm going to be sending off all of your stuff to your office. Do you understand?
Wait, hang on. You don't have to be so cold about all this, do you, Mary? We were married for so long. Please don't abandon me like this. I'm begging you. Please come live with me again. I want to live my life with you.
I don't want to live with you at all. We've already gotten a divorce and everything is already filed. You need to get the hell out of my house, you rotten piece of shit. After a little while, Steve was found sleeping in the doghouse that was located in the yard of Mary's house. Without permission, of course. Mary called the police on him and they were able to chase him off the property and get a restraining order. In addition to all of that, when Steve asked the mistress about what was going on with where she lived and if she was already married, she just ran away from him like it was no problem. Steve was smart enough to follow her and figured out that she was already married. They both had to pay for all of the damages that happened when everything was brought to light, and it was a whole debacle. Mary got all of the damage payments from Steve and her house was basically brand new. She was able to sell it relatively quickly and use that money to buy a mansion and move into a new home. She completely moved on from Steve and has been living her life completely fulfilled and without a worry in the world. Completely opposite from Steve, who is homeless and currently drowning in debt. I wonder who got the better deal from this whole divorce.
After all that work of finally getting married and having that wedding, hearing that your husband kicked the can before you guys could even start a family is too bad. I don't think there could be any marriage more worthless than this.
What? Mom, why would you ever say something like that to me? How can you say something so heartless as that to your own daughter? Unbelievable.
Look, I only say that because the man who went and took my ugly daughter like that was really appreciated by me. Compared to your older sister, you are like a man born into a woman's body. That's just how ugly you really are. And seeing that you had finally found someone who had wanted to marry you made me feel a small sense of hope for you. Yet now you've been met with a dead husband, right? This is what happens when you mess with your fate. Maybe your father was right, saying you were better off gambling with having a life lived forever alone than going out and being with a man.
Honestly, I don't really care that you're picking on me right now because that's become the norm for me. But you don't have to say things like that about me on a day like today, for crying out loud. I can't even fathom what my future is going to be like now, after my husband left before me. Because of this, everyone that's here today is also heartbroken and sorry. Did you not see all of the people who are crying today while the funeral was in session?
Sure, I saw all of that. And you were bawling your eyes out as well. For an adult, you sure do cry like a baby would. I would love to cry now, too. I was so close to seeing what kind of a grandbaby you and your husband could make for me. Not leaving behind a single kid before dying like that? Oh, how dare he? Well, it's not like a child born from an ugly mother like yourself would have been able to look any better. So one could say I never had high hopes for them as my grandbaby anyway, all right?
Do you have any idea what the hell you're saying to me right now? Sure, I thought of you as a heartless human being in the past, but seeing how far you're taking things now, I'm in complete shock.
What are you going on about right now? The only problem that you have with me is that you're ugly and I'm not, right? I wish you had turned out a lot more like your beautiful older sister did, and you wish the same thing, don't you? I mean, you can see that I take very good care of her, right?
Your daughters are not supposed to be treated like things, though. How dare you speak of us like that? Are you saying that you've never cared for me because you don't see me as beautiful?
That's what I'm trying to say. You're just too ugly for me to want to be around. If you were like a piece of pottery, I would feel awful for whoever's horrible hands had to mold you. That's why I was really hoping you'd become a wife and get the heck out of my life for good now, you know? That's all.
For having always treated me like your servant all these years, how could you want me gone when you would just love to keep me around for the rest of your life doing all of the chores?
I would like for that. But I'd rather have you out of the house for good than use you as my maid. And the only reason I was ever doing that to you in the first place is because your older sister is too pretty to be doing chores. As an ugly woman, you're no use unless you can do all of the chores and cooking to perfection. Aren't you aware that that's the only decent thing about you?
How could you? Well, I knew all of this was going to be coming out of your mouth at some point. But to hear you saying it on the day of my husband's funeral, I never thought this could happen to me.
Because you were sitting over there acting all important, crying the loudest out of everyone else. I thought it was time for me to tell you that this family isn't as soft as you might think. I'm telling you right now, no matter how sad you are, I will not let you have a break. Now you can forget about ever coming back to my family after that childish act you had today.
What the hell do you mean?
If your husband is going to die like that right after you both got married, then you're nothing more than a stranger to us now. Don't you ever come back to my house. You go and live with your husband's poor family from now on.
What? Are you sure that's okay with you? Wait, then you're okay with me keeping his last name and everything?
Well, of course I'm okay with that. You're just a stranger to me. And no matter what happens to you from now on, you can't come back to us for help. Even if you go starving, that has nothing to do with us. You go out and find your own work now, and find another man if you please. It means nothing to me.
Thank you so much, Mom. All right, that's just what I'm going to do.
What? What the heck? Why do you seem all happy about this? Now is not the time for you to act tough about this. I already know that there is not another man or family on this planet that would want someone so brainless, someone so ugly, and someone so unskilled as you. So don't you be getting carried away faking that happiness now.
Don't worry about me. I will finally be able to go out and focus on all the things I've been wanting to do. So I won't ever bother you guys ever again. Goodbye forever now.
Frey, are you feeling all right? I know when I left the house and you earlier, you weren't really wanting to eat anything, but is there anything that you feel like you can eat today? If there's anything you'd like me to pick up for you to eat while I'm out, don't be afraid to ask me, okay? Yogurt, ice cream, pizza, eggs, anything is all right.
Mother? Thank you so much for asking me about how I'm doing. This morning was pretty tough for me, but right now I'm feeling a lot better, and think I'll be good for the rest of the night.
Things like morning sickness have been around forever in women. I can even remember how hard it was for me to be morning sick while carrying my son, so I'm sure the same can be said for you. Well, don't worry, because you can rely on us whenever you need. I know that I won't be able to really take away the sickness you'll be feeling a lot of the time, but I can be by your side to take care of and support you anytime.
I am so thankful for both the support you and Father give me. Even now, I'm feeling so much stronger than I was weeks ago. And I can finally think about things like I'm not alone.
What are you saying, Frey? You were never alone, and we will make sure that you never feel that way again. Remember, my husband and I are your family now, so you can ask us for anything and everything anytime you want. But of course, having some time to yourself is always an important thing, so please don't worry about telling us to leave you alone and get the kind of refreshment you may need. We will support you with things like money and such, so take a weekend to go on vacation if you have to. Well, maybe wait until after you get over your bout of morning sickness.
Just hearing you say all those things to me means a lot. Thank you so much again. Realizing just how warm and loving of a place your family really is has left me feeling so thankful towards you both. Having lost your son must have been such a painful time for the both of you, like it was and still is for me. Yet you both have been focusing on so much on me, with all the love that you gave to him.
What are you talking about? You're the very special person that our son chose to make part of this family. However, our son lost a lot of the time he was supposed to have loving and making a large family with you. I'm pretty sure that's left you in even more pain than the both of us. My husband and I both regret not being there to protect the both of you like we should have at the time, and that is exactly why at this moment we would both like to do everything we can for you. That is what my husband and I want to do.
Thank you so very much. Hearing you say all of that about us, it makes me so happy. And this small life that your son has left behind with me, I promise to do everything I can to take care of it.
Yes, please do that for everyone. To my husband and I, that is our precious son's baby. And we will be helping you raise it whenever you need us around. Of course, you are its mother, even if it's going to become our grandbaby. So you can do whatever you'd like with them to turn them into the human you'd like them to become. We will do whatever it takes to support you both. You don't have to worry about anything anymore because we're both here for you guys.
Mother, after all you said, all the worries I had before have just left me. You know just as well as I do how hard it has been to go through the loss of my husband and everything. And that with things like the baby and my morning sickness from them, my life has really been a nonstop battle. So it does really help me a lot to hear that you'll be supporting this baby and I from now on. But are you sure you'll be able to do everything for me?
I can understand you doubting us some, but you don't have to worry about it. It's one thing to say I'd do everything for a stranger, but when it's for my own family, I mean it dearly. As long as we're with one another, support one another, and love one another, we will be okay. And even if you are still new to this family, that doesn't matter to my husband and I. So I believe that hearing all of this from me will really help you relax, and I hope it doesn't bring you any further worry.
Family. It's supposed to feel warm, right? Family. And that's why your son was such a warm and loving man to me. For some reason, because of him, I've finally been able to find out what a family really is.
Frey, it seems that you had a really hard time with your own family, right? And now it seems you're no longer connected to any of them. But I don't think you need to be sad about that, all right? Because you now have yourself a brand new family that loves you. From now on, I promise that we'll help make you happy.
Thank you so much for taking me into your family like this. I'm sure that when my baby arrives, they are going to require a lot of our time. But please, help me out with whatever challenges we have.
Where the heck are you right now? Do you think you can come out and help your mom and us out?
What are you talking about? I thought that we cut ties to one another already. So asking me to come and help you now? What makes you think you can decide what the rules of cutting ties are? I'm not going to help any of you, so please stop talking to me forever now.
What the heck do you think you're saying to your own mother right now? At this point in time, we're really struggling over here. You're all on your own now and don't have to use that much money on yourself. So the only one who can actually help us right now is you.
So you need my help with money now, right? Well, I already told you no. Also, if you're going to ask me for money right now, I say hell no to that. I really won't be helping any one of you anymore, so leave me be.
Listen to me. I didn't think that something like this would ever happen in the first place. Your father has gotten himself into $8 million worth of debt.
I knew that was going to happen. I kind of figured that would be the amount of money he'd borrow.
What? How come you say that? Did you know about this?
Well, it was just a small hunch that I had. But that has nothing to do with me at all, especially now. And since you said you cut ties to me, I feel like I got off all right. I never said anything about my hunch there, but I guess not even your own husband did either.
Huh? So you all were his accomplice in this?
Before you start saying complete nonsense now, how about you think of what the word accomplice is meant to be used for? I just knew about the kind of unfortunate soul he was is all. He would always believe in the most crazy of stories instantly. And even before I started to have that small hunch, he was taking a lot of money and going out to spend it on slots and would come home in the middle of the night broke, right? And that's why I never really had any hope for him from the start. Well, with some luck, he was at least able to buy himself the house. And that was enough to make you happy since you're so shallow, and then you never suspected a thing out of him again. I thought that was a pretty good thing for the both of you for a long time.
What are you going on about? I never heard anything about all that stuff.
Well then, that means there's always been something wrong with the both of you as a married couple then. Now, you go and ask him why things are the way they are now, because I have nothing to do with you all anymore.
For the time being, just get your ass back to this house. And you start working for the sake of this family right now.
This family? Don't start making me chuckle there. I have never thought of you guys as my family anymore, and I won't sacrifice my own time working for you all either. Actually, how about you ask your daughter to handle everything for you guys? Your favorite little beautiful daughter, right? You never once cared about me before, so why are you complaining about wanting me back now?
That's because you are a lot more serious when it comes to working than she is. And, well, she ended up finding a serious man and has left this house now. I felt at first that he wasn't going to be a good husband for her, and so I told her that she couldn't marry him. And when I told her that, she ran away from the house, and I haven't been able to get a word out of her since. I have no idea where she's even at right now.
To be frank, all I can think about this right now is that it sucks to be you. Now you're starting to see that this is the type of family you let yourself make. I only ever knew about that fake family you had put together, so there wasn't much doubt coming from me about it. But after getting married and becoming a part of my husband's family, I've realized a lot of terrible things about you all. Where I had been living for the past 2.5 decades was not a family filled with love. It was just a family that would only care for those that had the most value to their name. Like everyone in it was an item to its owner.
So, have you gotten along well with your in-laws, have you? If that's the case, then could you ask them to lend us a bit of money for the time being? If you let them know that your parents are in a bit of a pinch at the moment, I'm sure they can fork some cash over.
Would you go screw off or something?
What?
Have you even been listening to anything I just said? And you thinking it's okay to cause my husband's family a bunch of trouble now because of your problems? You are so embarrassing that I don't even want to talk with you anymore. The fact that I had to have you offer parents makes me feel like a lost cause.
You're saying all of that even though your father and I did so much in order to raise you into the adult you are now? Are you trying to say that you're not thankful for any of that?
Up until I got married, I was giving you and your husband money the whole time, right? And from elementary school all the way until the end of high school, I was having to do all of the cleaning in the house, right? Don't you freaking dare tell me that I have to repay you still for what you guys did for me.
I had to go through hell carrying you in my womb before giving birth to you. Are you still going to tell me that you're not thankful for that?
If you're going to patronize me that much for everything in the past, then maybe you should have tried a bit harder to make me feel like I should be thanking you. You're the one who told me I was out of your family, right?
Frey, so you're really going to go through with saying that to me? Then you'd better remember this one thing, please. Currently, you're being cared for by your in-laws, right? If that's the way you're going to talk to me now, then I'm going to make you regret it all.
What the hell are you even saying? I'm telling you right now, don't do anything strange or stupid. Now you've really gone and done it, haven't you? How dare you light my in-laws' freaking house on fire like that? I hope your ass doesn't even get the chance to plead insane when you're taken to court.
What are you talking about, Frey? I never did anything at all to your in-laws' house. Are you trying to say that I've gone and committed some form of arson?
There's no use in trying to play dumb this time. We have you clear as day on the security cameras committing the crime.
What? Security cameras? There were security cameras on a house as simple as that one?
You call it simple? This house is 5 times bigger than the one you are all living in. Now you tell me what the hell you were trying to achieve with that.
What I was trying to achieve? Well, since I've already been found out, there's no point in keeping this a secret. I was trying to cook the 3 of you up inside that house. And even if I hadn't killed you all, the only option you would have had after losing the house was coming to rely on me, right? However, we happen to be in a lot of debt here now. So if you were going to be relying on us for help, we'd have to rely on you all for help as well.
So you really are insane. Who the hell would come to you for help after burning their whole house down?
Well, I suppose that wasn't the best choice in order to get what I wanted. And honestly, I never thought you'd all figure me out so easily. But hey, I was still able to destroy a portion of the house, right? While that's all being repaired, I'll allow the 3 of you to come and live here. But of course, you're going to have to help us pay off all this debt.
Honest to God, are you even listening to what the hell I'm saying right now? You're not going to be helped if you're trying to kill us in that house fire. And now you're going to be sent in even more debt after pulling such an idiotic stunt as that one.
Really? Then what are you 3 going to do now? Is there anywhere else for you all to live at this moment? And starting soon, there's going to be a bad storm that will last for 4 days. A lot of the roof was lost in that fire, so it's going to be quite a pain having to stay there in the rain and thunder, right?
Listen here, you bitch. That fire went and burned through a lot more of it than you think, and we can't live in it at all now. And that is going to make the news pretty soon here.
What? I was really able to burn down that much of the house?
Had we not been able to have realized the place was on fire as soon as we did, or had one of us been sleeping, you would really have hell to pay. Did you not freaking realize that what you were doing was freaking stupid before you threw that first Molotov through the window?
Well, too late for you to be telling me that now. Well, I wouldn't have minded 1 or 3 of you dying in the fire. At least for now, none of you were inside to die, right? Now, since you seem to not be as fazed by the fire as you seem to want me to believe, that must mean that not as much of the house burnt down after all.
Go and freaking screw yourself right now, you old hag. Don't think that what you've done is going to get you anywhere close to your goal soon.
What the hell? Who do you think you are, still talking to your mother like that? As my child, your one and only job is to listen to whatever the hell I tell you. I guess your father and I spoiled you a bit too much now. Just shut your damn mouth now and get your ass home. And the reason all of that had to happen to your in-laws' place is because of you. Had you just listened to me the first time and come home, they wouldn't have had to lose it.
I'm telling you to stop blaming other people for your own freaking problems right now. My God, it's like having to talk to a vegetable right now. Nothing I ever say seems to mean anything to you at all, and you just keep moving around with no aim. You want to know why the hell nobody cares about you guys? Because ever since your children were young, you treated them like items and nothing more than that. So now, when you both are in trouble and could really use a family that loves and cares for you, you're fresh out of luck because you never bothered to nurture such a family. But you can accept that you're to blame for every single bit of what's happened to you guys, and now you're taking it out on people who have nothing to do with you. What the hell is actually wrong with you? Both of my in-laws have done so much for me in such a short period of time, more than any of you ever did for me. I can't even begin to think about forgiving you now after you both got them involved in your goddamn irrational nonsense.
The reason they both had to suffer is because of you, right? This has all happened because you never came home to help your parents when they asked for your help. So this is all on you.
I'm going to make sure both you and your husband are made to regret everything you've ever done. I've already gone and shown the police and the fire chief the footage of you that was on the security cameras. Really soon, here the both of you will be arrested. I hope you're ready to serve the rest of your lives in prison.
What? The police? What kind of bullcrap are you going on about now? We are your actual parents, right? It only makes sense for a child to be punished for going against their parents like you had.
You cut that bullshit out right now. I am not your toy anymore. I will not allow either one of you to cause any more lives to be ruined because of the kind of shit you both love to dish out. Also, I'm going to be having a baby really soon since I'm pregnant now. So in order to protect my husband's and my child from you both, I'll go to the ends of the earth making sure you can't get to us.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? You're pregnant with your dead husband's kid? Are you saying that we have a grandchild now? Hold your horses, I never knew that. I never thought there'd be something for us to celebrate now. You should have told us that sooner. Well, this is a more important time than any to have your parents there to help you out, right? I will apologize to you for what all has happened, as long as we can get back together, all right?
You're finished. Now that you've burned down this family's house, we're leaving town, and you won't ever be able to find where we move off to. Now get your ass ready to sit the rest of your meaningless lives in a prison cell and pray to God that you pass away soon like my husband did. After that, both of my parents were welcomed to the sounds of police sirens approaching their house from all directions, as at least 5 cars were heading in to encircle them. By that point, neither of them had much to lose, but at the same time, that only made them more dangerous, and so my mom ran to the basement to try to get to the gun safe. But as soon as she got her hands in the lock and was going to get it open, the police told her husband to open up the door, which of course he didn't listen to, prompting them to break it down and tackle him. And just as my mom got the gun safe open and was reaching into it, an officer at the top of the stairs tasered her, and she dropped like a wasp hit with a wasp spray. The both of them would be handcuffed and placed in the back of 2 different squad cars, and would be taken to 2 county jails where they would spend the rest of the night being questioned. Then the following day, my mom's crimes were all over the news, and my in-laws' house was torn down after we salvaged whatever else we could from inside. We managed to pack it all into the back of a small trailer, and that was attached to the back of my in-laws' truck, which they would be driving in. I was tasked with taking their smaller car to the dealership, where I'd sell it for whatever the price offered to me was, and then they'd pick me up before taking off. Myself and my baby, along with both of my in-laws, moved to the other side of the U.S., where we are now living in a brand new mansion, waiting for the day my baby is born. We all made sure that the house would be in really good location, with plenty of parks and playgrounds for the future, as well as a really good school system and a really good hospital. As far as both of my in-laws are concerned, I'm not going to have to find myself a job or anything either after my baby is born. And my father-in-law even said to me that he'd delay his retirement another year, all to make sure he had enough money to support me. Of course, I'm not going to make him have all that pressure placed on himself, and will pick up a part-time job at the very least later on. And that's the very least that I could do. Neither of my parents were able to pay my in-laws for their burnt-down house. But that wasn't a problem for them, just as long as my parents were sent to prison for life, for 4 cases, technically, of attempted murder on top of those arson charges. And now that they've been put away for life, we can all finally let out a sigh of relief and look forward to the warm family I'll be creating with the introduction of my in-laws' grandbaby.
Hey, you low-life loser. I heard you've gotten married, LOL. I'm so surprised that there's actually someone on this planet that's willing to marry a woman like you, LOL. Don't tell me that this is going to be some kind of fraudulent marriage, right? Eleanor, it's been a long time. What's with you coming out of nowhere to say these things to me? I'm sure you've heard from someone that I've gotten married, but I'm not sure who'd tell you that. Is there really a reason for you to be making fun of me already? I have every right to be making fun of a worthless person like you. Did you forget about the days we spent together back in high school? You were so poor that you couldn't even come with the rest of us on our senior graduation trip, LOL. And it's because of the way you always messed with me and picked on me in high school that I've had to live with such awful memories of those times. But we're both now in our 30s, right? Is there really a need for you to still be picking on me at our age? When I'd heard that you'd gotten married, I thought it'd be a good idea to give you a text. Well, thank you for going out of your way to contact me. Now, I have to get going. Who the hell did you end up marrying? I don't think that has anything to do with you. It doesn't, Jane, but I want to know. Do you mind answering me? If you're choosing not to tell me, then I'll just assume that all this talk about you getting married is fraudulent. I married a fisherman. Huh? The reason I don't want to tell you more is because this is his information to tell, not mine. So I really don't see myself telling you any more than that. A fisherman? What the? LOL. You both really are made for each other, LOL. Neither of you will have any money. Huh? What makes you have that idea of him? Well, I went to a really high-end university, LOL. I have every right to say that marrying a fisherman like him is the most uncool thing imaginable, LOL. Well, I'm sorry about that. I turned out to be the wife of a banker. Well, I'm glad that you were able to find a man with such a job to take care of you. But when you say a banker, what bank is he in charge of? He might own one of the banks that my husband works with. Are you kidding me? LOL. What makes you think a fisherman would ever work with a bank that my husband runs? Well, when we've talked about his work, he says he has accounts with all kinds of banks in the area. I think managing 30 or so. So I'm sure that my husband would know your husband's bank. It's not that big of a city anyways, and so there's a definite chance that he's at least heard of your husband's bank. Your husband's a fisherman, right? I can already tell that you're just full of crap now that you've lost at the game of life, LOL. You married a man that only has $30 in his accounts, LOL. Huh? I never said $30, did I? A banker's wife and a fisherman's wife. Which do you think is better? By now you should realize that you could only speak to me when I ask a question from you. What do you mean better? I don't think you should be thinking of us like that. Well, I've always known that ever since I first met you, you'd be garbage. But it seems as an adult, you've only managed to become a bigger piece of garbage, LOL. All right, say whatever you'd like. But if you plan to keep talking about me like that, can you just stop talking to me? This weekend there's going to be a class reunion. Do you plan on coming? You probably can't come, LOL. You won't be able to pay the entrance fee, will you, LOL? I'm planning on going, though. Really? LOL. Even though you've married a moneyless fisherman, do you really think you'll be able to get in? I think you're better off trying to save any money you can since you don't have much, LOL. You're worrying about me way too much, but thank you anyway. I plan on going to that reunion. But while we're there, you don't have to force yourself to come talk to me. Now, I really have to get going. I don't think I should go to this weekend's reunion.
Huh? Why not?
Well, I just got some really disturbing messages from a really disturbed classmate of mine. And now I don't really want to see her face again.
A disturbing message from a disturbing classmate? You seem to really hate whoever this is.
Well, yeah, I actually do. Ever since high school, I've hated being around her. And since then, I've enjoyed not really having to think about her. And no, she thinks she's some big shot because she's married to a banker. And now she thinks it's okay to look down on me because I have no money and am married to you.
It's rare that I see you talk about someone in this way.
I think so as well. But when it comes to people I hate, I have to say she's the only one that comes to mind. I'm sorry for coming at you about her out of nowhere. You don't have anything to do with any of this, so just forget about what I said.
Well, now that you mention it, one of the bankers that I work with's wife happened to go to the same high school as you, I think.
Really?
Well, a while back we had talked about it, and I'd assumed I'd find out this weekend if his wife really did go to school with you. But now that you brought this up, I think it's true. Back when he and I talked, we didn't go into much detail though.
I see. Do you mind telling me the name of that banker later on? I have some things I'd like to talk with him about. If you can't even pay to get in, you should go home, LOL. Don't think you can just get away with doing something like this. What's doing what, LOL? I had to do this to someone as low as you. And when you just waltz into this reunion without a care in the world, I had no choice. Have your eyes been opened after being kicked in the butt? Do you think you can get away with anything because you're a banker's wife? You tried to get everyone to laugh with you and understand you after kicking me in the back and having me fall down those stairs. Do you really think that normal people act like that? You couldn't even pay to be here today, so you should just leave, LOL. This isn't the kind of place where a poor person can just stand around. Everyone started to leave when they saw you come in. No, I don't think I was the reason for everyone starting to walk out. I'm sure they didn't want to stick around any longer with someone that kicks another person down and begins to laugh about it. Can you leave now, you lowlife? You're thinking that I'm some poor woman is going to cause you a lot of regret here soon. Why's that, LOL? Aren't you just going to run home crying to that stinky fisherman? That's right. That's exactly what I plan to do. Look at me. I have a husband who runs a bank, LOL. There's nothing that moneyless husband of yours is going to be able to do to me. Are you still unaware that my husband and I are part of this city's elite? Are you saying that it's okay for this city's elite to kick other people that they don't like down the stairs? Well, that is what I'm saying, LOL. And since you still haven't even paid to be here, I want you gone. It's not like you would even be able to pay for the entrance fee now, right? You're married to a fisherman with only $30 to his name, LOL. Honestly, you don't even have the money to be complaining to me about being kicked, LOL. All that money he has there, he'll have it moved somewhere else. $30? Do whatever you guys would like with that chump change, LOL. And that's what we'll do. I'm going to head home now. And there, I'll talk with my husband about our next steps. I'm just letting you know that all the money we have saved there is going to be pulled out. Go right ahead, LOL. That'll have nothing to do with me, LOL. It's hilarious that you even think that doing something like that would be a threat to me, LOL. Hilarious? I think it'll only end up being hilarious for myself. I'll be laughing all day and night over what'll happen next with your selfish butt. Huh? You guys only have $30 for crying out loud, LOL. When did I ever say that my husband only has $30? He has over $300 million. And a lot of it is in your husband's bank. Huh? My husband is the kind of fisherman that owns a fleet of large fishing ships. What do you mean? I think you have the idea that fishermen are all poor by default, right? Well, I'm sure to someone without a bit of intelligence like you would think so. But in reality, there are fishermen that have very large amounts of money when it comes to their profession. And when it comes to my husband's company, it is very well known by all sorts of other fishing companies as a powerhouse. So that should help you understand him a little better now, right? Huh? So he's really bringing in millions of dollars for you guys? There's just no way. Is there actually a fisherman with that kind of money? I didn't even think that fisherman made enough money to save up. He should be moneyless, right? Well, I'm explaining to you right now that you're wrong. Fishermen can bring in huge amounts of money depending on what they do, and some can make millions if they begin to run their own company. It's strange that you never knew about this considering your husband's bank works with a lot of different fisheries. Don't tell me you never actually knew any of that. Huh? There are that many that have money with him? And my husband happens to be the one putting most of the money into your husband's bank. What? Huh? What do you mean, Jane? When someone ends up having that amount of money sitting in the bank's accounts, it's probably kept a secret, huh? I'm sure you could have never expected something like this, but my husband really is a huge customer of your husband. What? How can that be? I told you that this is a small city. Well, my husband now knows about what's happened here, and he's very much pissed. He's even started to think of having you taken to court over this. Huh? Take me to court? What are you talking about? You do remember kicking me in the butt and having me fall down a flight of stairs, right? But that doesn't mean you can just take me to court. That'll cost a lot of money, so you need to stop saying things like that. Well, I'm sorry, but I have money. You're just upset that you were wrong about me being poor. But in the past, you really were poor. That was the past, and we're not in the past anymore. When my husband has to pull all of that money out of your husband's bank, I'm sure he'd like to know the reason why, and we'll make sure he knows about everything. And when that happens, I wonder what could happen with your husband. He might lose the rights to his bank. Hold on, Jane. What do you mean by that? Are you saying that because of me, my husband is going to lose everything he's worked so hard for? That's exactly what I'm saying. He'll learn that because of his mistake in marrying a disgusting woman, her horrible choices will ruin his career. What the hell? You don't have to do this. If something like that happens to him, we'll be in huge trouble. Can you stop talking about that stuff now? I don't like the way you're threatening me. I'm not threatening you with anything. I'm just telling you what'll happen soon. And it seems that the woman that once made fun of fishermen is going to learn firsthand what they can do. Are you going to be a good girl and take the blame for this? Because you should know dang well by now that your bias against my husband was very wrong. I still can't believe this. I thought that all fishermen were poor. But now I'm hearing that your husband has been a customer of my husband. Can something like that really happen? Well, it's been happening, LOL. I'm sure this is too much for you to handle after all the terrible things you said about my husband and I. But I'm sure you understand the reality of your situation now, right? Goodbye now, you selfish jerk. LOL. I'd like for you to experience some pain now. Please answer your phone. I'm in a serious pinch now. I want you to do something about this. Please help me. Help you? Why would I do something like that? Because it looks like I'm going to have to get a divorce soon, and this was all your fault to begin with. Are you okay with me having to pay for your mistake? What are you going on about, LOL? There's no way any of this is my fault. You have to take responsibility for all you did and understand that getting a divorce is the only option your husband has. You're wrong! Because you told your husband about all of this, my husband ended up finding out as well! He then told me that I've caused some major issues for him at the bank and that he needs to get rid of me! Oh, is that so? Well, this is what you asked for, right? There's no way in hell I asked for this! What did I ever do to deserve this? You looked at me now the same way you looked at me back in high school. And because of that, you went out of your way to kick me down a flight of stairs at the high school reunion. That's all you happened to do, LOL. You can't talk to me like that. I am leagues above you now that I've been married to my husband, and I don't want to lose all of this now because of some loser. But what you ended up doing to me is no small matter, right? I'm pretty shocked that after all of this, you still haven't even given me a simple sorry. Sorry? You want me to say sorry to you? I have no reason to ever do that now. An elite like me saying sorry to a poor loser like you is ridiculous. I see. Then you can go ahead and continue with the path you've chosen for yourself. It's all a delusion of yours anyway, but who am I to care? A delusion? What do you mean? You said that I can't do anything to you because you're married to a banker. But what happens when you're no longer with him? You'd better hurry up and find yourself another banker so that you can stay safe. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Right now, I'm actually crying really hard while trying to text you. So you should be willing to forgive me now, right? Is that what you think's going to happen now? Listen to me, Jane, please. Seems more like you're ordering me to forgive you. I guess even something as serious as what happened yesterday won't change the disgrace of a woman that you really are. Well, luckily, I'm still very much upset with you over what you did to me in high school, so I'm going to enjoy watching what happens to you next. LOL. Huh? What? You picked on me for years, all the way until we graduated from high school, so there's nothing better than watching you get what you deserve. Well, I'm sure things from here on out are going to be pretty rough for you, but do your best. Wait, if this continues, I'm going to lose my husband and all my money. I can't let people think that I'm poor. Then maybe it's time you go somewhere where nobody will ever see you again. Goodbye forever, you moneyless dog. LOL. And during the next class reunion, I don't think you'll be able to pay the entrance fee. So don't bother coming, okay? LOL. After that, Eleanor's husband was no longer happy with what she had done as his wife, and so they got divorced. With the divorce, Jane and Joe were now willing to leave a little money in the bank, but still moved half of it as a lesson to anyone who doubted them. This still led to Eleanor's now ex-husband having lots of troubles within his bank. And so, to compensate for his losses, he took Eleanor to court where she was sued for ruining his bank's image. Not only did she end up losing her husband and the money he had for her, but now she faces losing everything else she has to her ex. Eleanor will most definitely have a rough life ahead of her and might as well give up at this point. But this is what she deserves for treating another person horribly, and she should learn from it as best she can. Our condolences to Eleanor.
Hey, Mary, where did you go? I haven't received the paperwork that needs to be submitted by today. I hope that you gave it to someone else before you left.
Hi, Nancy. It's already past working time, so I'm heading home now. I really don't want to think about work right now, so can you not talk about that? Do you need to care about what I do after finishing my job? Seriously?
Did I ask you anything about what you do after work? No. All I want to know is, did you do the paperwork because it's due today?
No, I didn't. I thought you would do it.
Really? I was talking about this since last week. I would have appreciated if you said something like, hey, I didn't have time, so can you help me? When you left the office.
I knew you would make me stay if I didn't say that.
We could have finished it earlier until the time you always leave if we work together. Okay, you know what? You probably don't care, so I'll do it. Did you at least edit the paperwork you turned in this morning? I told you it was full of mistakes.
Thank you. Oh, that paperwork. Sorry, not yet. I'll do it tomorrow if I have time.
Tomorrow, if you have time. Seriously, are you taking this job seriously?
Yes, I have other things to do, okay?
Like what?
Like answering the phone and helping others?
You haven't done a single job I've asked you to do.
Why are you saying this now? You're scaring me.
I'm saying this now because you probably won't understand if I told you in person.
Are you lecturing me now? Seriously? It's after working hours. Can you save it for tomorrow?
Okay then, I'll tell you in person tomorrow. I just don't want you to be sloppy. You've already been working here for a month, but I feel like you don't care about anything.
Yes, I do. Are you talking shit about me? You're pissing me off.
I'm just telling you straight facts. I find it annoying and would like you to fix it.
You're not lecturing me. You're attacking me.
All I said was just do the job that I asked you to do and try and learn some things so that you don't make mistakes anymore.
Who do you think you are? Do you think that you're above everyone?
No, I don't. I'm not above anyone else. I'm sorry if I offended you in any way, but all I'm asking is for you to listen to me so we can get the work done quicker and smoother. If we can do that, I won't say anything.
I doubt that. You'll have a problem with me whatsoever.
Mary! Have I ever said anything bad about you besides your working behavior? No.
You're probably lying.
Why would you say that?
You always target me and be harsh on me, so I think that you talk shit behind my back. I'm so sick of that.
I don't do things like that because it's a waste of time. I just gave you advice, and you call that being harsh?
Yes, if you're going to go that far, I will quit.
What? Seriously? How should I tell you then? If there are other ways, I want you to tell me.
I don't want to argue with you, so I'm really going to quit.
What?
It's your fault that the company will lose one of its competent employees. Will that be okay?
Do you think you can quit that easily?
Of course! I'm traumatized! It's a serious mental health issue!
Is that because I told you that you don't care about anything?
Yes! I was scolded by you, so I'm quitting!
So just because you experienced something that pissed you off, you decide to quit. Are you serious? You'll never get any jobs if you're like this.
Do you understand what year we're in? You're still stuck in your old times. You should quit being so mean to others like that. I'm going to quit, so I will go talk to the HR tomorrow.
I don't understand the way Gen Z thinks these days. Anyway, you need to let them know at least 2 weeks in advance.
So what? I can tell them I'm not coming in from tomorrow because you're the reason I'm going to quit, because you're creating a toxic work environment. I'm demanding $100,000 for my severance pay.
You have no common sense and are unprofessional. Toxic environment? That's just you. Wait, you're a new employee who's been with us for only a month, right?
So? I'm quitting because of you! I can't believe that you scolded me! Me! I'm 1 in a million, so the company needs me!
If you say that, why don't you show that you're working hard instead of quitting? That's if you can listen to me or the boss, though.
I don't need to do that because I'm quitting!
So you're seriously going to quit?
Yes! I can finally be free from you!
Okay then, I'll ask the HR to start with your retirement process, because I know someone there.
Yes, I feel so bad because it's going to be a huge loss for the company. If the company goes bankrupt, it's all your fault. You should regret your decision.
Regret? I have nothing to regret about.
Yeah, for now. You will in the future, though. Anyways, have the $100,000 by tomorrow.
I don't think so. Can I excuse myself? I need to contact HR now.
Sure.
A moment later. Hey Holly, how's everything?
Thank you for grabbing dinner with me the other day.
Hi, Nancy. Everything is good. How are you? No problem. Looks like you were stressed, so I thought I should listen to your story.
I'm good also. I felt so much better after. It's important to talk with someone who understands you.
That's great. Yeah, it's not good to hold it in because it can cause health problems. Hey, if you have any problems, let me know. That's what friends are for.
Thank you. Well, there is one problem.
Let me guess. Is it that newbie? You were talking about her for like an hour last time.
Yes, OMG, she is ridiculous.
What did she do this time?
We argued like always, and she said something like, I had enough of your scolding, you're attacking me, so I'm going to quit. All I did was point out her mistakes and tried to fix that so that we can finish work quicker and smoother.
Wow, what a drama queen. Gen Z is she really gonna quit?
Yeah, I know, right? I seriously don't know what they're thinking. Looks like she is.
Well, she needs to let me know 2 weeks in advance, but I did get a few complaints from employees that she doesn't do work. So there's no problem if she quits tomorrow. She's actually done after her trial period.
I knew it. I would have been surprised if you kept her. Do you want to know what else she said? I'm demanding $100,000 for the severance pay.
Are you serious? She's still in her trial period.
I did tell her that, but she said that she deserves it because she's 1 in a million or something.
What? Sorry, but I have to laugh.
I laughed also. Anyways, would it be okay for you to start with her retirement process?
Of course. I'm actually starting it right now. I want her gone ASAP.
Great, thank you so much. Let's go grab some drinks this weekend to celebrate her dismission.
Definitely. We can go to a restaurant beforehand if you want. I'll treat you because you went through hell.
What? Are you sure? That's very generous of you, thank you. Let me pay for the drinks though.
Well, you don't need to, but if you want to, I appreciate that.
Looking forward to this weekend. Next week.
Why aren't you picking up? Pick up the phone right now!
Oh my gosh, stop blowing up my phone. My phone might die. What if I get a call from one of our business partners? Please call the company if you have anything.
Who cares about that? How's the quitting thing going?
Did you seriously call me 300 times just to ask me that? The process is done. There, happy? Now stop calling me.
Why haven't you called me in the first place?
What do you mean, why? Why do I need to be the one calling you?
Because you were in charge of me?
I was just your trainer. Call the HR if you have any problems.
I want to ask you because I don't want to talk to them. My severance pay is not deposited in my account. What the hell? Seriously, I specifically said $100,000. I told you.
What are you talking about? Did you really think that you could receive that? Are you kidding me? I can't believe you.
Tell the HR to deposit it to my account right now. It's $100,000, okay?
If I do, they'll just laugh about this.
Why?
You're still in your trial period. There's no way that you'll get the severance pay.
What? Seriously? So I won't be paid even a penny?
Yes! There is no companies that provide severance pay to an employee who has worked for only 1 month. If there is, I would love to work there.
But a competent employee like me is quitting.
Competent. Really? You got some damn nerve to say something like that. Sorry, but you are not.
Excuse me?
You also said that you're 1 in a million, right?
I am.
You are in your own damn mind.
Oh my god, that's so rude.
Oh, do you want to argue? Sorry, but it's the truth. Everyone thinks that here.
Who cares what other people think? Anyways, I deserve the money because I quit.
Oh my gosh, do you really need to talk about this? You will not get it, okay? If it was that easy to get severance pay, wouldn't people quit already?
Why can't I get it? I didn't want to quit in the first place.
What the hell do you want to say?
I want to say that it's your fault that I quit because you were so harsh to me. It's the same thing as being laid off.
First of all I did was point out your mistakes and told you to fix it. Is that my fault? Isn't it common sense for the trainer to point out mistakes to the new employee? If you're not used to this, what kind of places have you been working at? Also, quitting is not the same as being laid off, okay? Quitting is something you choose to do, and laid off is an action that someone else does to you. Quitting was your choice.
I've been working at places that actually respect their employees and treat them well. You were the total opposite of that. Well, who cares? You should have been nicer to me so I didn't have to quit.
Nicer. You were looking at YouTube videos and weren't listening to me in the first place. Didn't you realize you were causing trouble to the people around you?
Hey, I was looking at educational videos.
I took a peek a few times, but I only saw animals, nails, and makeup tutorials.
Those were just ads.
Yeah, that's an excuse. I remember you making a lot of excuses.
Are you sure you want me gone? I'll be useful, you know?
You quit, so why are you asking me that? There are other people who are useful out there, and I think it would be faster to find someone better.
What does that mean?
You're done with our company. Can you not understand me?
Is this for real?
Yes. You quit not because of me, but because you were mentally weak. That's the truth, right? People talk about it at the company, actually.
Wait, so I'm being made fun of by everyone?
Yes. Let me tell you what they say. There was once an employee who didn't do their job and quit right after the trainer gave a little warning because that person mistook it as scolding. Your actions resulted to this, so don't even think about making it my fault. Maybe you should find a job that you really want to do.
Oh, I'm really done.
Yes! How many times do I need to tell you? You are not a part of this company anymore.
Don't you feel like you're responsible or something?
For what? This is your fault. HR told me that you were done after the trial period, so it was a good timing for you anyways. Good for you!
Wait, seriously?
Yes. Looks like you got a few claims from people.
From who? I want to know their names.
I'm not going to tell you because it's private.
Wait, what about the severance pay then?
I told you that you won't get it because it's only been a month. Weren't you listening to me? If you calm down and still don't understand, why don't you go on Google and research?
So shocked.
Why are you shocked? It's the result of everything you've done.
I didn't expect it to be like this. I can't believe that no one stopped me and I'm not getting paid. Can I cancel quitting?
What are you talking about? Of course not. It's too late now. Plus, you got some damn nerve to say that after what you've done.
Please, I was a full-time employee. If I can't get the severance pay, then I don't want to quit.
So just because you can't receive it, you want to come back?
Yes, is there something wrong?
Well, yes, there is. You can't just come back after you quit with very short notice. Why don't you think about what you've done? Also, I know that even though you come back, you'll be slacking off watching YouTube videos and talking with people doing nothing.
I won't do that, I promise.
I heard those words every day while you were here, but didn't change at all, so I don't believe you.
I'll change from now on, I swear. Hey, I have an idea. How about rehiring me? Can you talk to HR?
You just don't give up, right? HR will say it's going to be a big no, so find someone else.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Why don't you think about that? This is the result of your own choice.
I didn't expect this to happen.
There's really nothing I can do, so good luck finding a new job, and I hope don't get scolded there. Also, make sure to not quit as soon as you experience something you don't like, okay? After the incident, Mary rushed to the company to talk about canceling quitting, but since all the process was finished, she wasn't even allowed in the building. She ended up losing her full-time job, which she finally found and started to look for jobs while having no money. Company found a new employee who is the total opposite of Mary, hardworking and competent. There's nothing but peace at the office now, and I'm working stress-free and I love it.
Today's finally the wedding day.
Are you sure you didn't oversleep?
Grandma, that was back in elementary school. I'm a responsible adult now.
To me, you're still my little granddaughter. And now you're marrying some man I barely know. Time really flies.
Some man? I introduced you to James. He's the kindest, most sincere person.
Sincerity shows through actions, not words.
Well, James isn't the problem. It's his father that worries me.
What do you mean?
His dad seems quite impressive, though. He's a CEO after all.
Red flag right there.
But he always seems so proper. James says he had a rough period years ago, but he's settled down now.
Let's not worry the bride with my silly concerns. Just my prejudice speaking. Pay it no mind.
You always say that when something's bothering you. What aren't you telling me?
Nothing worth mentioning on your wedding day.
Grandma.
Did you remember to pack your emergency kit? Band-aids, safety pins?
Already in my bag. You taught me well about being prepared.
More importantly, don't be late for your own wedding.
Of course not. I want you to see me in my wedding dress. I'm so grateful that you raised me alone after my parents passed.
Well, there wasn't anyone else to do it.
There's that emotional deflection again. You've always been like that, Grandma, unable to be honest with your feelings. Remember when I drew your portrait in elementary school?
Can't say I do.
You took one look at it and said, "Is this a new species of monkey?" I was so hurt thinking my drawing looked like a monkey.
Well, you were terrible at drawing.
Hey! You didn't have to put it so bluntly. But I know you still have the portrait hanging up. I love that about you. How you act tough but are actually so sweet.
No, it's still up because it was too much trouble to take down. Less keeping it up and more haven't bothered to remove it.
Sure. Just like how you happened to be nearby when I sprained my ankle at work last month.
I was in the area for a meeting.
At 9 p.m. in my neighborhood.
Business never sleeps.
Right. Just like you accidentally bought too many groceries last week and had to give me the extras.
My eyes aren't what they used to be. Misread the quantities.
All my favorite foods, though?
Coincidence.
You're the one who couldn't wait to see me in my wedding dress, calling me first thing in the morning.
Wrong. I was just making sure you weren't late.
Is that why you've been texting me every hour since dawn?
Time management is important.
I saw you sneak that envelope into my purse yesterday.
Must have been the wind.
The wind stuffed an envelope full of wedding emergency money into my bag?
Stranger things have happened.
Whatever you say, Grandma. See you later, then.
Such a cheeky girl.
Mr. Davidson, please stop banging on the changing room door. I'm trying to dry my dress.
What's the holdup? There can't be a wedding without a bride. Get out here!
Why did you throw beer on me earlier?
Like I said before, I can't accept someone from the bottom of the barrel as my son's wife. Sorry to do this mid-ceremony, but this wedding is off.
Mr. Davidson, what's gotten into you? You're not acting like yourself.
Huh? What would someone like you know about me? I hear you don't even have parents and didn't go to college.
You knew all this before the engagement.
I was tolerating it because James chose you, but I can't anymore. James is supposed to inherit my company, and we can't have him married to someone worthless.
What kind of way is that to talk? Women aren't men's accessories.
High-caliber men deserve high-caliber women, and vice versa. You're not worthy of my son.
I have a steady job, and I'm independent, even without a degree.
The bottom stays at the bottom no matter how hard they try. You had quite a poor childhood, didn't you?
Yes, I lived with just my grandmother. Money was tight.
I've been living the high life since I was born. Still am. There's nothing I can't buy. I built this company myself. I've got money to burn.
You're quite full of yourself.
Well, when you're actually important, what can you do? I can buy any luxury car, penthouse, or caviar I want. Someone poor like you couldn't even imagine it.
Luxury cars, penthouses, caviar. What kind of list is that? Stop banging on the door. I'll call security.
Go ahead. I can easily buy off security at a cheap venue like this.
Where is James? Does he know you're doing this?
My son is being talked to by some reasonable people who understand business. He'll come around.
What do you mean, reasonable people? What are you doing to him?
Just having a father-son chat about his future. About how marrying beneath him will destroy everything we built.
James isn't like you. He doesn't care about status or money.
That's exactly the problem. He needs to learn how the real world works.
The real world isn't just about money and power, Mr. Davidson.
Says the girl hiding in the changing room. Come out and face reality.
I'm not hiding. I'm trying to save the dress your tantrum ruined.
That cheap thing? I'll buy you 10 better ones if you walk away now.
This isn't about the money. My grandmother helped me choose it.
Yes, your precious grandmother. Another nobody who raised you to be a nothing.
Don't you dare talk about my grandmother that way.
Hit a nerve, did I? Face it, you're both from the gutter, and that's where you belong.
My grandmother taught me something money can't buy. Dignity.
Dignity? Don't make me laugh. What dignity is there in poverty?
There's more dignity in honest work than in throwing your weight around and bullying people.
You call this bullying? This is just business. I'm offering you a way out.
A way out of what? Being happy with James?
Being happy? You think love pays the bills? Keeps you in luxury? Gives you status?
James and I don't need luxury. We have plans of our own.
Oh, right. That ridiculous cafe dream of his. Another example of how you corrupted him.
I didn't give him that dream. He's always wanted it, long before he met me.
And you encourage his nonsense instead of supporting the family business.
Supporting? You mean forcing him into a life he doesn't want?
Just leave me alone.
Why are you being so cruel?
I'm just telling you the truth. This wedding is canceled. If you don't comply, I'll crush you with my power, you worthless trash.
I am Sarah's grandmother. It seems my granddaughter has caused you some trouble.
Yeah, your bottom-feeder granddaughter thinks she can marry my elite son.
And what's wrong with that?
Everything! This world runs on balance. I hate imbalance. You can't have trash sitting next to jewels.
Trash?
Yeah, your granddaughter.
Such harsh words. You seemed somewhat sincere when we met before. Alcohol really brings out the worst in you. I see my initial judgment wasn't wrong.
What are you babbling about, old lady? Take your poor bride and get lost. You're probably unemployed too. Go job hunting.
A job? Did you forget what I just said? I run a company that does business with yours. I'm saying that business relationship ends now.
What? Your company? Doing business of mine? Come on. I may be drunk, but I'm not drunk enough to believe such obvious lies.
Would you like to check your phone? I believe your secretary is trying to reach you.
My phone? What are you talking about?
Go ahead. Look at your messages.
Fine, if it'll shut you up. Wait, what's this? Urgent? Wellington Group halting all transactions?
This is no lie, Mr. Davison of Davison Foods. Wellington Group will no longer be investing in your company.
These messages, they're from my board members. But how did you...
I am Margaret Wellington, chairman of Wellington Group. You've said some terrible things to my granddaughter.
What? Wellington chairman? No way! Wellington Group is one of the largest corporations in the country.
Yes, and we've been quite generous with our investment in Davison Foods. Until now.
But that's impossible! Margaret Wellington is...
Is what, Mr. Davidson? Too important to be at her granddaughter's wedding? Too powerful to care about family?
This has to be some kind of joke. Margaret Wellington wouldn't be...
Wouldn't be what? Living modestly? Raising her granddaughter away from the spotlight? Some of us don't need to broadcast our wealth to feel important.
But if you're really... Why didn't you say anything before?
Because unlike you, I don't measure people's worth by their bank accounts or social status.
The partnership agreement. Our expansion plans.
All contingent on Wellington Group's continued support. Which, as you can see from those messages, is being withdrawn.
You can't do this! Do you know how many years I've spent building these relationships?
Precisely 3 years, 4 months, and 12 days. That's how long Wellington Group has been propping up Davidson Foods. Would you like me to share the exact figures?
This will ruin everything!
Perhaps you should have thought about that before throwing beer at my granddaughter and calling her trash.
I didn't know. If I'd known who you were.
And that's exactly the problem, isn't it? You only show respect to those you think can benefit you. And that's not respect at all.
Look, we could talk about this.
I'm flattered by your recognition, though it seems to come rather late. Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. We're ending our business relationship.
Wait, are you serious?
If you don't believe me, I'll instruct our representatives to halt all transactions. You should receive notification shortly.
I'm so terribly sorry. I had no idea you were Chairman Wellington.
Whether you knew or not is irrelevant. Your treatment of my precious granddaughter remains the same.
I was drunk and got carried away. I didn't mean any harm.
Blaming the alcohol? How noble. You will compensate for the beer-stained dress, of course, and apologize to her.
Of course, that goes without saying.
Beyond that, I won't forgive you, and we will be terminating our contract.
I understand. How much money would it take to earn your forgiveness?
Immediately resorting to money, I see. Didn't you just say there's nothing I can't buy?
Well, that was just a joke, but I do have plenty of money. If you name your price, I'll pay you.
No, thank you.
Please, I'm begging you. My company needs Wellington Group support.
And why should I continue supporting someone who showed such contempt for my family?
I'll make it right. Double our current investment terms. Triple them.
You still don't understand, do you? This isn't about money.
Then what is it about? Just tell me what you want.
Let me tell you about something money can't buy. Trust.
What?
You act high and mighty, then blame alcohol when things go wrong, trying to solve everything with money. Even if you have money, nobody trusts someone like that. Even I, as a company chairman, value my employees' trust.
My employees trust me. They respect me.
Do they? I heard from your employees in the smoking area earlier. They told me they were forced to use their vacation days to attend today. They weren't happy about that. They clearly don't trust you, and I can't trust a CEO who gives such unreasonable orders.
That's standard practice. Everyone does it.
Is that what you tell yourself to justify your actions?
Look, I've been in business for decades. Sometimes you have to be firm with employees.
Firm? Is that what you call forcing them to attend a wedding on their vacation days?
They should be honored to attend. This is a major social event.
Honored to watch their CEO throw beer on an innocent bride?
That was different. I told you I was drunk.
And that makes it acceptable? Is that the kind of example you set for your employees?
You can say that because you run a big company. People around you don't really care about you either. They just bow to you because you're the chairman. Trust has nothing to do with it.
Is that truly what you believe? That respect can only be bought?
That's how the world works. You're just pretending to be noble.
You know, I started small too. Built everything from scratch.
So did I. I worked my way up.
And somewhere along the way, you forgot what it means to treat people with dignity.
Dignity doesn't pay the bills. Results do.
Earning people's trust is indeed the hardest thing in the world. That's why I would never say there's nothing I can't buy. Because I know trust can't be bought.
This is ridiculous. You're just using this as an excuse to destroy my company.
Your actions today have consequences, Mr. Davidson. Nothing more, nothing less.
Just tell me what it would take to fix this. Name anything.
What about your son's happiness? Would you sacrifice that for your company?
James will understand once he inherits everything. This is all for him.
Are you certain about that? When was the last time you asked him what he wanted?
I know what's best for my son. He needs to learn about the real world.
The real world? Or your world, Mr. Davidson?
They're the same thing. Money talks.
And what does it say about a father who ruined his son's wedding day?
Damn it!
I hope you understand now.
Fine.
What is it?
Acting so high and mighty. Well, you are important, so I guess you can't help it. But don't get cocky, you poor old hag.
Oh, getting defiant now. Your true colors showing through again.
Once our contract ends, my company is finished anyway. You know that too, so there's no need for polite speech anymore.
I see. I'll overlook your attitude and words for now, but what will you do?
What do you mean, what will I do?
Well, I never had anyone choose to make an enemy of me before. I don't know what happens, though personally, I wouldn't want to leave behind a trail of bad deeds on my way out.
Are you threatening me now?
This isn't a threat, just common sense. If word gets out about how you called a former business partner an old hag and threw beer on her granddaughter, well, that kind of story could lead to bankruptcy.
You wouldn't dare.
I wouldn't have to do anything. News has a way of traveling in business circles.
You destroy years of business relationships just to protect your granddaughter?
No, Mr. Davidson. You're destroying them yourself with every word you speak.
That's not... Damn it! You're looking down on me. I admit defeat. So if you could, please apologize to Sarah.
No need. I'm fine.
You really dote on your granddaughter. You should tone it down.
Doting? Perhaps. But more than anything, I respect her.
Respect?
I've never known anyone as kind and sincere as her. Wellington Group grew this large because Sarah was there to comfort me. I could never claim I built this company by myself.
The company built on sentiment? That's absurd!
Is it? Then why is my company thriving while yours depends on our support?
That's different.
When someone you respect is insulted, you can't stay quiet. So please apologize to her and stay out of their marriage and never contact them again.
Stay out of their marriage?
Those two love each other deeply. When you threw beer on my granddaughter, James tried to shield her with his body. And when you were spouting abuse, he stood up to you strongly. That put my mind at ease a bit.
But as a father, I need to judge if she's worthy of my son.
No, it's the opposite. I'm the one who judges if he's worthy of my granddaughter.
Listen, I'm sorry about earlier. I was drunk and said terrible things.
It's fine, though my dress is ruined.
I'll compensate for the wedding dress, of course, and I'll pay for the entire wedding ceremony as damages.
Really? Are you sure?
And I won't interfere with your marriage to James anymore. I promise not to disturb your married life.
Oh, about that. James says he's cutting ties with you.
What?
He says he won't contact you anymore, so I suppose you won't be seeing us anyway.
Wait a minute. James is supposed to inherit my company. That's how I raised him.
I probably shouldn't say this, but James hates how you always worry about the company first. He says, Father only cared about the company and appearances, never about me as a person.
What are you talking about? I was thinking about James's future.
Excuse me, but weren't you only thinking about the company's future and your own? Do you even know what James really wanted to do?
What he wanted to do?
If you were thinking about his future, you know his dream.
Of course I know what he wants. He wants...
You can't even say it, can you?
He wants success, power, the respect that comes with running a major corporation.
Those are your dreams, Mr. Davidson, not his.
Then what? What could be better than what I'm offering him?
James wants to open his own cafe. He says he's going to work toward that dream now.
A cafe? It's absurd. He can have everything, and he wants to serve coffee?
He wants to create a place where people feel welcome, where they can relax and be themselves.
That's ridiculous. He's throwing everything away I built for him.
No, he's building something for himself, something that makes him happy.
Happy? What's happiness without success?
What's success without happiness?
Wait, that means the company and I are finished. Look, we can work something out. He can have his cafe. I'll buy him the finest restaurant in the city.
That's not what he wants. He wants to build it himself, from the ground up.
Then I'll invest. Be a silent partner. Anything.
Mr. Davidson, you're still not listening.
I'll pay for the dress, the ceremony, and add compensation too. How much do you want?
The dress needs to be paid for since it's rented, but we don't need money for the ceremony or compensation. We'll continue with the ceremony as planned, and we're not after your money.
Come on, name your price. Hundreds of thousands? Millions? I'll give you whatever you want.
No, we don't want it. This isn't about money.
Then what is it about? Tell me. I'll do anything.
It's about trust, about being seen for who you are, not what you own.
I don't understand.
That's exactly why James is making this choice.
But he's my son, my only son.
And he'll always be your son, but he needs to live his own life.
What am I supposed to do? Everything I did for him.
Maybe it's time to think about what he wants to do for himself.
Please, there must be something.
Mr. Davidson, some things can't be solved with money.
Then how? How do I fix this?
Start by seeing James as a person, not an heir. Start by respecting his choices, even if you don't understand them.
But everything I built will all be for nothing.
No, not for nothing. But maybe it's time to build something new. Something based on understanding, not control.
Please. Please, I'm begging you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Davidson. This is James' decision, and I support him completely.
Just tell him I'm sorry. Tell him I'll change.
Those are words he needs to hear from you directly, but not today. Today is our wedding day, and it's time for you to leave. Despite everything, the ceremony finished safely.
James is a good man. The way he tried to protect Sarah from his own father.
I told you he was a good person. You don't need to worry, Grandma.
You're right, he passes. And now that he's cut ties with his father, there's nothing to worry about.
Though, it was strange. He went from insulting me to suddenly apologizing.
Oh, really? He must have had a change of heart. Too late now, though.
Grandma, did you do something? Like cleverly threaten him?
What are you talking about? There'd be no point in that.
There would be, because you love me so much. You probably couldn't stand someone insulting me.
Huh? I don't feel anything special.
Funny how his board members all messaged him at the exact same time.
Pure coincidence.
And how he kept checking his phone with this panicked look.
Maybe he had urgent business matters.
Right. Just how you happen to know exactly how long his company had been working with Rellington Group.
I read the business news.
And those employees in the smoking area just happen to tell you everything?
People like to chat.
You're impossible, you know that?
I have no idea what you mean.
James told me he saw you talking to the venue security right before they escorted Mr. Davison out.
I was complimenting them on their professional appearance.
For 20 minutes?
I'm very thorough with my compliments.
And I suppose you just happen to have all those company documents ready to show him?
A businesswoman is always prepared.
Well, think whatever you like.
I will.
You know, James says you remind him of a chess grandmaster.
Nonsense. I only play occasionally.
He means how you can think 10 steps ahead.
I simply observe.
And plan, and protect.
Now you're being dramatic.
I see. Still as dishonest as ever. but thank you, Grandma.
For what? I didn't do anything.
Of course not. Just like you didn't arrange for the best photographer in town to accidentally be available today.
Lucky coincidence.
And the cake from that famous bakery that's usually booked years in advance.
They had a cancellation.
On the exact day of my wedding.
These things happen.
I love you, you impossible woman.
The ceremony's over. Shouldn't you be with your husband?
There's that deflection again. After that, Mr. Davidson was thrown out of the venue. Soon after, his company's management declined. And when his dissatisfied employees staged a mass boycott, the company went bankrupt. Though Mr. Davidson tried several times to contact James afterward, James firmly refused. Since we moved away when we got married, we don't know how Mr. Davidson is doing now. I wonder how someone who could only obtain things with money is living now that he's lost it all. Years later, James opened his cafe, fulfilling his dream. I help him run the shop and live happily every day. Grandma visits the shop frequently, though she always says I just happen to be passing by. I wonder how she happens to pass by our small town in the next county 3 times a week.
Hey, Mom, are you there? I just really wanted to say that we were really grateful for you making it to our wedding. I'm really sorry that we hardly had any time to talk about anything at the wedding itself. It was one of the best, most happiest days of my entire life. And it still all feels like such a blur when I stop to think about it.
Oh, Max, you have no idea how proud I was just to see you standing up at the altar. I know how busy you were the whole day. It took me back to when I got married, too, but don't you worry about not talking to me more. I know how much you must have had on your mind, son. For the record, though, I thought the wedding was just fantastic and really lovely. I was so happy that I could be there for you.
It really makes me so happy to hear you say those things, Mom. Thank you again so much. I also just wanted to let you know that I was going to take off some time next month from work so that I could visit home and we can spend more time together.
Oh, Max, you don't have to go and do something like that just for me, you know. I mean, you've just gotten married. I'm sure that you're still so busy. Not to mention the fact that you probably want to spend more time with Laura, don't you? I wouldn't mind at all if you went and spent some time with her and her family before you took the time to come and talk with me.
But, Mom, your birthday is coming up soon. Do you really think that I would ever want to miss something like that? It's no trouble at all.
You even remembered my birthday? Oh, I'm just amazed at how lucky I am to have you as a son sometimes. Thank you so much for saying something. Even I sometimes forget when my birthday is even. I pay so little attention to it.
Well, you know that I would never forget something as important as my mom's birthday. I mean, I do always help you celebrate every single year, don't I? Normally, Toby and I are always sending out a birthday card that we both signed. But I think this year you're going to be getting one from Laura and I instead.
You know that you really don't have to go and send me something. I know that you remember my birthday, and that's enough for me. Besides, I'm already so old and have had enough birthdays. You don't need to worry about an old lady like me.
Don't be silly, Mom. You're my mother. And I want to let you know just how grateful I am to have you in my life. I mean, you raised Toby and I as a single mother. And now that I'm an adult, I can really start to realize just how difficult that must have been. But I want you to know that I'll never ever forget what you did for us in the family, and that I'll always be there for you.
Max, I really am just so proud of you, son. Thank you so much. But I also want you to know that I hope you don't think you have to do this to be a good son to me. I want you to know that the best thing you could do for me is to live a long and happy life with a family of your own. That's all I've ever wanted for you.
Well, don't go talking as if you're not long for this world either. You still have plenty of years ahead, and I plan on doing all that I can to make them fulfilling for you. And so you better look forward to your birthday this year, okay? I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to see you on the day since it's a weekday, but I will see you soon after that, and we'll go out and celebrate then.
Please, Max, I am telling you that you really don't have to go through the trouble just for me. You just worry about finding enough time in your schedule for me, but don't go forcing yourself to make a visit to me if it's too difficult. You're married with a wife now, and you need to make sure that you're spending enough time with her as well, okay? I know that I'm your family too, but you have responsibilities, and I won't be the reason why you step away from them.
Okay, Mom, you're right. And I really appreciate you always giving me good advice like that, by the way. Anyways, you'll be hearing from me soon, okay? Looking forward to seeing you when I do.
I'll look forward to it, but just don't push yourself too much. I know that you're busy with your job, so make sure you're focusing on that as well. And don't forget that you're married now, too. You can't just be working overtime all the time now. You have to spend some time with your new wife.
Oh, I think that Laura's going to be just okay now with how things are, actually. She's wanted to be a housewife for a while now, and I think she's happy to have her chance. If I'm being honest, she still has a long way to go in terms of being able to actually take care of the house well, but I know that she's trying, and that's all that matters to me. The only thing is that she doesn't quite seem to have budgeting and now how to spend smartly down just yet, but we're working on it.
Well, if that's the case, then make sure that you spend enough time with Laura so that you two can communicate about that, okay? Even if you've known the person for a long time, marrying them can still present a lot of new changes and challenges, and it's important to approach those as a couple. So if you're having money problems, make sure that you're patient enough with Laura to explain to her what you want in a way that she can understand and contribute to as well, okay?
Of course, Mom, and I really appreciate your input. Those are all important things to keep in mind when moving ahead. I don't think we've really gotten upset with each other about it yet, but I'll remember to keep a cool head. I think we just need to talk about some spending habits is all.
Well, that makes sense. Just remember that you two have never lived together before, right? So before you really only had to worry about earning and spending for yourself, but now that you're a family, there's the two of you plus the future to think about. She might just need some time to adjust to all of this.
You're absolutely right, Mom. This is all really good advice for me, and I won't let it go to waste. Thanks so much for listening to my problems and for giving your input. I'll be talking to Laura about all that you said here.
That's my boy. I'm sure that you two will be just fine, okay? Now, you go and have a nice rest of your night.
Hi there, Mom. I'm just messaging you right now to wish you a very happy birthday. I'm sorry that I'm sending this message so late, but I had a rushed morning and then was at work for a long time. I just got out of the office now, so that's why I'm sending the message at this time. By the way, did the birthday package from Laura and I arrive at your house?
Yes, it did arrive.
Oh, that's just great to hear. I'm so happy it got there on your birthday. I was worried that it wasn't going to make it on time. And then I was thinking all day about whether or not it had arrived since I hadn't heard anything from you.
Well, I have to say, I was quite surprised at what was inside when I opened it up.
You're kidding me. Did we really surprise you? And here I thought we were getting you something that you'd been wanting for a long time. By the way, don't worry about the price at all. I know it might be a bit shocking, but it's your birthday, and we just wanted to give back to you.
Oh yes, the price. That was another thing about your gift that just really shocked me.
Really? I didn't think you'd be that thrown off by her gift. But we just had our wedding, so we had some extra money to use, and I wanted to make sure you knew how much you mean to me. Consider the gift a way of saying thank you for all the hard work that you've done in raising Toby and I. I know how hard your life must have been and how we probably didn't make it easier on you most days. So I just really wanted you to get that gift and know how I felt.
And so that's all the meaning behind this old moldy slice of cake that you've sent me?
Wait, what? What do you mean, moldy slice of cake?
I mean, that's why I was so surprised. Everything arrived in this great big box and I was a bit confused. But then I opened up the lovely pack and inside was a piece of moldy, stinky birthday cake. I have no idea just where you even got a cake like that. And the letter that came with it basically said something to the effect of you never wanted to talk to me ever again. That's why I was so shocked. I actually cried for the first time in I don't know how long because of what you sent me.
Wait, what? I don't understand. What do you mean? Did you really get that in the mail? You thought that we sent you that?
What are you talking about? It has your name on the return address. How could you do this to me, Max? How could you do this to your own mother on her birthday? I thought that I raised you better than this. We had such a lovely conversation the other day, and this is how you show your gratitude? I just don't even know what to say.
Wait, no, there has to be some kind of mistake here. This isn't right.
What mistake could there be? You've made what you want to say to me very clear with your gift and letter. What else did I miss?
I mean that I didn't send you a rotten piece of cake or write that letter. Something is going on here. I would never in a million years send you something like that. I did send you a dessert, but it was a fresh piece of cake from a nice bakery. And the other gift we sent you was a really pretty watch that we shelled out a lot for. I remember that you're always talking about losing track of time and that the strap on your old watch was falling apart. So I wanted to give you a new one that looks really nice.
Well, I didn't get any kind of watch or cake. I just got all this. What is going on here?
I have no idea, but I promise to you that I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Unless I think I might know.
Hey, Laura, are you there? I really need to ask you something about the gift that you and Max sent me the other day. Did you by chance happen to send me a really old piece of cake? I mean, like, rotten and moldy old.
Oh no, did my little secret finally slip out? I was wondering when you were going to find out, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew how Max and I really felt about you, so I made some changes to your gift.
What is the matter with you? Is this supposed to be some kind of sick prank or something like that?
I just wanted to let you know how sick we are of you always interfering in our lives, Mary.
You mean that you really did this on purpose?
Of course I did. You think a mistake like that would ever really happen? Of course I sent you all of that on purpose.
I don't know what to say to that. Here I was just trying to confirm with you about what happened, but I had no idea that you disliked me so much.
Of course I dislike you. I hate you, in fact. Just why do you think you'd be worthy of getting such an expensive present, huh? I was so shocked and disgusted when Max told me what he was getting for you. I can't believe he spent so much money.
You know, I had no idea at all what it was that he was going to send me in the first place. And when I told Max just what had come in the mail, he was shocked to hear what I had told him as well. Even after we were on the same page, he was sure that there was some kind of mistake that had happened.
Well, there was no mistake about it at all. I just plain hate you, and that's why I sent you what I did. So I hope you enjoyed your birthday cake. And I hope you got the message. He and I want nothing to do with you ever again as long as we live. Do you understand?
So then you admit you were the one that switched out my real birthday gift with an old moldy piece of birthday cake? How could you do that to someone, even if you do dislike them? And I know for a fact that my son knew nothing about this at all, so the only one who has a problem with me is you. Isn't that right?
It's true. Max had no idea about any of this, but even he went way too far buying you such an expensive gift. What was he thinking with that? A watch like that would look way too fancy on a poor little nobody like you. So I took the watch that he gave you and I sold it online to make myself back some of our money that Max wasted on you.
You have got to be kidding me. You mean that you took the present that Max bought for me and you just turned around and sold it? I'm afraid that you are not the person that I thought you were at all. I had no idea you were capable of doing such horrible things.
Aw, are you mad because you'll have to keep using your crappy little watch? You think I care at all about how you feel? Get real. I don't care how upset you are now that you know just how much I really hate you. I never want you to bother Max and I ever again, as long as you live. Do you understand me? And I never want Max to waste another cent on a no-good lost cause like you.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all. Why is it any concern of yours if Max chooses to use his own money to buy me something nice?
It matters because we're married now, and that means that his money is also mine. And I'm not going to see my money wasted on a parasite like you. I also want you to know that when you're all old and gray, Max and I aren't going to do anything to take care of you. You'll be on your own forever.
So you're telling me that you just want me to disappear from my own son's life? Do you really think that it's even that simple? I mean, I'm his mother, for crying out loud. You think I can just up and disappear without a trace? Get real.
Well, it's exactly what I expect you to do. If you have any complaints about it, you can save it. One of the whole reasons why I married Max in the first place was because I could tell that he was going to be making a ton of money in the future.
But now that I'm married to him, I realize that he has you sucking up all of his money the moment he even makes any. You're nothing but a vampire. You really think that I need my son's money to survive? You have no idea what you're talking about at all. But I have had just about enough of all this rudeness from you. Just where do you get off talking to your mother-in-law like this? You think I care at all what some single mother has to say to me? You're a nobody. If you were a somebody, then you wouldn't have been left all alone to raise 2 children on your own. It's already clear that you're not somebody worth having around and never will be. The next chance I get, I'm going to erase your number from Max's phone. So don't go telling him anything about this conversation, or else I am going to make things so much worse for you. Do you understand me? I have no idea why you're so set on trying to get me out of the picture anyways. I mean, just what did I even do to you to make you act this way? If you're really so concerned about the money, then I can just talk to Max and tell him to not buy me any more gifts. You say that now, but who knows in the future when you'll really need money for all your elderly expenses. We won't give you a cent, got it? All that money is mine. Do you hear me? It's all mine. So the only reason that you even married my son in the first place was for his money? Is that really what you're telling me right now? Of course that's the main reason why I married him. What other reason would I have to marry Max, huh? Why else does anyone marry anyone if not for the money, huh? I understand that may be something people consider before they get married, but that shouldn't be the main reason why you marry someone. And this is my son that we're talking about. Do you really think that you can get away with talking about him like this? I don't care at all what you say, because I know that I can make Max do whatever I want. I've come this far in marrying him for his money, and my only mistake was forgetting that you were here. So why don't you just take the message that I sent you and leave us alone forever? You really are just terrible, you know that? How could you marry my son and then try to cut him off from the rest of his family? You have no respect for anyone, and you're one of the most selfish people that I've ever met. There is not a single thing that I can respect you for. I already told you that I don't care at all what you think. The best thing that you can do right now, if you want to save yourself a world of pain, is just disappear forever. Then I can finally rest easy knowing that the person using up all my precious money will finally be out of my life. I want to be a housewife, but I don't want to be a nurse, and I will never, ever take care of my mother-in-law in the future. And just who even asked you to do something like that for me in the first place? Nobody yet, but I'm not stupid. I know that housewives get asked to take care of their mothers-in-law all the time when she gets old. This is all part of my plan to set up my perfect life now so that I don't have to worry about how to deal with you in the future. If I can get rid of you now, then we won't have to think about you down the road. Laura, I am only 50 years old, and it's going to be a long, long time before I need any kind of nursing. Do you realize that? Besides, I do have Max's brother and other family that I can call on if it's really such an upsetting concept for you. Wait, what? You mean you're fine just asking your family for help instead of me? Well, I guess I just never thought of that. But now I see that you were only ever marrying my son for his money. You've really left me with no other choice but to go to him and tell him all about what you've told me. Wait, what? No, you can't do that. You can't just share this private conversation with him.